white shoe sling.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
I've been in this job.
All right.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
I'd get on the trail if I was you.
And as per usual, let's change our outfit again. I think I've actually worn Golden Boy yet.
Wow.
Maybe I did.
That sure looks like a beauty. My wife is so dumb, she stares at the orange juice for hours.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Does they concentrate on the card?
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop? A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send there.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolveds.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
That's the attitude, Rusty. We don't care if we catch the big one. We just want to catch the little ones. Half-ass our job.
Well, as long as it leads to the bigger one.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the
That
body?
sucks.
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Oh, that's deep. Jeez.
Yes, definitely strangled with something. It's like
I would presume a chain.
chain or a really thick rope.
Another day, another dollar.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
All right, let's. Oh, I was gonna use a call. We're at the phone box.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Then beats the hobo life. Stabbing folks with my hobo now. All right. Let's go make some phone calls.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Let's go somewhere. Rusty just chilling in the car waiting on me.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going? No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Look, Rusty. I'm the smart one here.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Please.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Well then. Okay.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake. What do you think?
We have a lead. Let's find out what the husband has to say for himself.
I'm just trying to talk to this guy.
I better get back to this.
All right.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Off to the Tarleton. What's up, Pinball? How's it going?
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Oh, Rusty. All right. Let me do that.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
That's one thing in this game. If you see lights on something, there's usually something you need to check out. Replica RDR2 revolver.
Yes?
Currently playing Eleanor.
Phelps
Awesome.
and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
Love
My wife went out last night. She
RDR2.
hasn't come home.
I actually streamed
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
first little bit of
We were
that
out at a friend's
on
place,
here
Bobby Ross's, for
about a
party.
year ago.
She was kind of dolled up. She had her
we
green
got
silk
through,
dress, open-toed white shoes.
I want to say to chapter
Those are her
2.
favorite shoes.
I've played the
Mr.
game off
Tarleton,
stream,
I'm
but
afraid we have some rather bad news.
I know we didn't get too far to it on stream because it's such a long game.
Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. Where
Nice of
there
you to
was
say
no
that right in front of the
cause.
kids, Cole.
I know this is a difficult
Awesome.
time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Sorry, I was waiting for the dialogue to stop there for a second. That's awesome. Arthur's probably one of my favorite protagonists in games, so anything Arthur Morgan related is going to be awesome. I've thought about getting
Stay here till
a
Daddy's
replica of
finished
his
talking to
hat
these men.
once,
Where's
but
Mommy?
Everything's
it's actually
gonna be
really
all right.
expensive.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton?
Ain't
Come
coming
and
back.
search.
Yeah, she's gone.
You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect. No.
Nope.
John's too. Yeah, I definitely prefer Arthur over John. I know a lot of people prefer Marston because of him being the original protagonist and him still being in the sequel. Well, the prequel, I guess, technically. But, yeah, I always preferred Arthur.
As a regular.
I don't know, I think it's just because his character arc is much more fleshed out.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Next month, some. Hopefully they do. Get a whole collection of that going on. That'd be great. All right. How many matchbooks do you guys have?
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive. If you'd excuse me, ladies. Don't think this is any use to us.
That's just a thing. Is there anything?
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
I will say, Dutch is one of those characters that they do a really good job of making you want to hate him because of the fact that he always has his little plan and then it always falls apart. But yeah, he's got a likable characteristic about him. Like, I think that's he's really well written, I guess I should say. Because you can really see where like the gang keeps following for his charisma, even though he clearly doesn't know what he's doing half the time and keeps getting them in more and more trouble every time they move.
Match the impression to the crime scene.
Actually, what is this?
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Definitely the writing.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Hello, children.
Yeah, don't mind me snooping through all your stuff.
Yeah.
For the record, Mr. Terrellson.
You kids have anything I can look through?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Definitely lying.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Yeah, those kids are definitely traumatized. Well, he did announce it like right in front of them. Hey, your mom's dead. And then they go to the kitchen and they're like, Dad, where's mom? That rope on the boat, I guess. I think. Pretty sure that. Yes.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Why are you, like, pursing your lips together, dude? Why are you looking at me so angry?
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and...
Yeah, I noticed somebody frequent that bar. You have like 10 matchbacks around the
Mr.
house.
Carlson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
She clearly wasn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not convincing. Yeah, I think she was. Looks around.
Yeah, he lying. You full of it, yeah.
Look at that side eye, like.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
You know, it doesn't really make you look good when your wife's been murdered and you talk about how she drives you fucking crazy. Look at him. Look at him just sitting there like,
Yeah, he's thinking
When
about
was
his life
the last
choices.
time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
why are your clothes wet?
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got
Like, I
soaked,
feel
Lars.
like at this
You found
point,
your wet weather gear.
he's just a little bitch.
Okay, I stayed a little
because
later
he's
than
not
I
even
said.
sad about his wife's
This
death.
cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed.
He's just like,
I was half cut.
yeah, I was
walked a
mad
room
at
from
her for leaving
Bobby's,
the party.
but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car.
Yeah, sure, we fought.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now.
Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Operator, message for
My name
KGPL.
bitch, so much. I'm glad. It's it does take some getting used to, but once you kind of figure the tells out,
Badge 1247.
it's a lot easier to do the interviews, the interrogations.
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
I love that, like, after interviewing this guy, I'm just using his phone to call the police and be like, hey, this guy says he was with a guy named Bobby Ross. Can you go find him and make sure that this guy's not lying? The guy that's literally 5 feet from me.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Wait, I just realized he was hanging out with Bob Ross.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Alright, should we go to the hobo camp or the bar? Let's try the hobo camp. That was our other first
I think we
lead.
ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
The hobo camp.
They're always bothering me. I'm sick that you guys mourn them. They're the ones who leave me
Nice
alone.
park job.
I fought. Where's my wife? I'm the one. Nobody cares about me. I took a
We're
bullet.
looking for a
Nobody cares
tall
about me.
man with a disfigured face. You know
Yeah,
him?
thanks for joining, Pinball. Good luck with the playthrough, and yeah, keep me updated on the RDR2 merch, because that sounds pretty cool.
Bum isn't here. We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
Yeah, I'm not sure he heard what you said.
Yeah, probably not.
You might as well repeat that now. You might as well repeat it while it's quiet.
Yeah, they're a little loud. Yeah, thank you again for joining. The dialogue was a little loud there. Yeah, he did. I think he commented. So cool.
Hey, that's that cop. Seems like a decent guy. Slow down!
Tell me what to do.
You got a problem, pal?
Seems irrelevant.
Seems irrelevant.
Hey! Fuck you!
Yo, you not scream so loud? I don't feel like I can do whatever I want. Arthur cosplay, yeah, that would be awesome. Mr. Morgan. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything here right now. I think we have to come back here. Unless I missed something.
Phelps, leave him be.
My bad. I didn't mean to knock him on his ass.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine.
Alright.
Where are we headed?
Let's head to the bar. Come back to the hobo camp. All right, who's guilty here?
I can't decide
Gents,
between the tuna fish
drink?
and the chicken.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Boy, that steak had seen better days.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Why are you acting so weird, dude? Stop.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
No problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Why would you yell that, Rusty?
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
You know he's gonna run if you yell that.
What's the special of the day?
Go,
I just
Phelps,
want to
get
talk to you.
after it.
What? Run.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Every man for
We could have a killer on our hands.
As I almost run over people.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
I know, Rusty. I know.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Kind of hard to do when I can't get close to him.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
What's the tires?
Let's end this farce.
Got him.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Show me your hands. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
No, you don't.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
What is that face?
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk.
Says it so casually.
Cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Plus, you ran from us, so fuck you.
Yeah, that was you really made me chase you. You caused a lot of damage. That I'll have.
You're a sex offender, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks.
All right. Let's go.
Is he the cop that won a medal for solving all those cases?
Let's go interview this guy, I guess.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
All right, Mr. Jessup.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that gas.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Take me my drink. All right.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Why you... As he, like...
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
A shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
If she was better off with you, why is she
We're
dead?
holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Back to the hobo camp.
I'm Lana Turner, Jack.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed? Three suspects in the can and one on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrellson picked up?
11K, roger.
She was murdered around 2. Card game got out at midnight, so 2 hours, that's enough time to murder your wife. Run away.
LAPD.
We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic here, Phelps. We need to hold out till the cavalry arrives.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Damn.
Keep him down, Phelps.
If you want
Your
your
disciples
rightful
know what you
share,
did last night?
we need to fight for.
What do you think of Joe Lewis?
You knocked my hat off, you son of a bitch.
What do you think of Joe Lewis?
Get your filthy hands off me, you bum.
Bams.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Alright, let's check this shack now that
The
he's back.
Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Newspaper. I knew there was a newspaper somewhere around here.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Stuff going on in the background.
When's America going to understand? It's about giving, not getting.
Oh look, it's a length of rope with blood on it.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
That's that guy from the paper. Solved that big case.
I don't think this is going to help us.
All right.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just crap?
Got sauce in the brazier.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
You can drive.
Back to the police station. I'm gonna go interview this creep. Possibly someone else.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Charge him with murder. Face blues.
Murder.
Murder.
We're going this way.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
I mean, there was rope in your little cabin.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I
Not
say?
deny.
I have anything
Nothing
for that.
personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Why did you get up so angrily and yell?
Charging you.
Oh, he looks so angry. Can't believe they charged me with murder.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Dang straight we are. Missed 4 clues apparently. $154 in city damage. I only got 4 stars because of all the clues I apparently missed. Every witness counts, even the cabbie who was among the last to see Teresa alive. I think, yeah, I think that's another one, is that you can go to the cab depot or go find the cabbie and talk to him. For some reason I never got that far. But, alright, before I start the next case, I will be right back.